Hey guys, I'm back today with another video. This one is going to be brought to you by the company Geniuswigs, and today I am going to be trying out their new Kinky hairline wig. This one does have the 4C edges. This unit is 18 inches in length. It's 150% in density. It also comes with 2 combs on the side, a comb in the middle, a comb in the back, your adjustable straps, and a removable elastic band. I am not going to be washing my unit just because I didn't feel like it needed anything done to it. This is what the hairline looks like on the mannequin. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like up close. Now this unit does come with a pre-plucked hairline. It also comes with your pre-bleached knots, and you also get that durable soft lace. Now I am going to be parting mine in the middle, and you get a very good amount of parting space. You're not just stuck with parting this in the middle. You can part this on the side. This is just how I chose to do it. And then I'm going to be using my wax stick, and I'm going to be placing that at the top of the unit, and then I'm going to use my hot comb just to kind of press it out so it can lay down a little bit flatter. As you can see, I moved the kinky edges out of the way because I'm going to go around the back part of the hairline, and I'm going to take my wax stick and hot comb it out. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with those edges quite yet, so I'm going to leave them alone until I place this on my head to style. I'm just going to work on straightening out the hair, and I'm not going to straighten it too much because I really did like the texture. So I did about 1 to 2 passes, and the second pass was more towards the ends of the hair because it just seemed to be a little bit drier. So I just wanted it to kind of straighten it out a little bit more, but it took me no time to flat iron his hair because the hair was super soft. Be rocking this unit glueless today, so I do have on my silicone wig grip, and then I just tightened up the adjustable straps and the elastic band for a better fit, and just gonna make sure to place that on it. It's fitting me good so far, but I am going to definitely work on the front of this hairline. But first I need to cut off some of this lace because it was overlapping over my ear. After I am done cutting off that lace, I'm just gonna take my tweezers and I am going to begin to thin this out. While I think the kinky edges look really realistic, I just felt like they were a little bit too thick for my liking. And that's the one thing about this type of unit. You're just gonna have to style the hairline to your liking. You can leave them thick, you can thin them out. It's totally up to you. That lace is already starting to blend in really well to my skin for me to not have any adhesive on. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use my hot comb, and I'm just going to lightly press that out a little bit. I'm not going to press it out too much because I still want a little bit of texture going on in the front. And then I also need to cut off a little bit of that excess lace right in the middle because it was leaving too much of a gap. And then I'm going to cut those hairs down just a bit shorter because they were a bit too long for my liking. Now I don't have anything on my edge brush right now. I'm just kind of figuring out how to deal with the front of the hairline, exactly where I want those hairs to go. But I am going to use a little bit of my mousse, and I'm just going to work on kind of swooping the hairs over. I'm not going to place too much product on the edge brush because one thing that I did notice is that the edges did start to revert back. So I'm just going to leave them kind of swoop down for a little bit, and then I'm going to place my elastic band over the hairline so they can kind of dry and settle into place. I'm going to go back around the hairline with my hot comb just to kind of make everything a little bit flatter at the top, but not too flat because I didn't straighten this hair out all the way, so it's going to look a little bit big. Some of my powder into the parting space just to lighten everything up. Then I'm going to take that elastic band off and just use the comb part of the edge brush and just kind of comb out those little swoops, and you can see how natural that hairline is looking. Yes, I love it. I love it. And I'm just pretty much going back and forth and playing around with everything to get it to my liking. But guys, this is the final look. You can even tuck this hair behind your ear and just kind of move the lace, you know, to where it's going to lay down really flat against your skin. But I feel like it looks really nice and natural. It's a really good density, very nice and full, and this is a good length. And I feel like the hairline looks really good on this. You just have to tweak it and kind of play around with it and get it to your liking. But I'm happy I didn't straighten it out all the way, and even better when you can rock a unit glueless. So guys, make sure you stay tuned after this so you can hear my final thoughts when it comes to this unit. Quick and simple install. No need to do all the extra when it comes to laying down the lace, because it lays down pretty good in my opinion. I do have my wig grip on underneath, so it is giving me some extra security. You can see my wig grip just a little bit right here, and I could honestly put a little bit more powder just to kind of camouflage it in, but nothing to worry about. I'm not worried about all that. The front of the hairline looks really good. Now I know when it comes to this type of style and the hairs in the front, some may say it's just too much work, but honestly, once you get them to where you need it to be, I promise you, it's just really simple to put on and go. You really don't have to do too much because you're not really laying your edges down. The point is to make them look as natural as possible. I plucked mine out some because I felt like they were just a little bit too thick and they weren't giving me a natural look. I pressed them out too much because the last unit I did similar to this, I pressed it out to be a little bit more straighter, but this time around I didn't want it super straight at all, and it looks really good. Now I also put a little bit of mousse on my brush, my edge brush, and I kind of swooped them over. This did start to revert back. I did get a question like that last time, will the curly edges revert back? Mine did start to. And so I just kind of swooped them over a little bit just because I want them to be just a little bit softer. And I put my elastic band around the hairline, and that's just so it could dry down a little bit. I didn't put too much mousse because it's not needed at all. And then when I took it off, I just kind of brushed them out and just kind of swoop them over to look just a little bit natural, but not like, you know, swoop, but swoop. You get what I'm trying to say. And I did the same on this side. This side seems to be a little bit more curlier. Also went into the hairline right here and just cut off some of that excess lace because I didn't feel like it was needed. I put powder into the parting space area, but I really didn't focus up here because I feel like it's blending in really well. I mean, if I turn a certain way, you might can see just a little bit of lace, but I mean, unless you're just all up in my head. Hair is super soft, super soft. I barely got any shedding with this unit, and I'm not really getting any tangles. I feel like the density on this is nice, and I also feel like this is a really good length. A good amount of parting space, and you're not gonna have to worry about going in and bleaching the knots. Just add some powder and you're gonna be good to go. But I really don't have much to say about this unit. I like the way that I laid this one because I just feel like it looks very, very natural. Put this into a low ponytail. If you wanted to take some of the hair and kind of rock it back like that, you definitely could. Now, of course, if you're gonna wear glueless, yes, this is something that you might want to worry about, but you can always add just a little bit of mousse to keep it down and set it around the lace area, kind of pin it, and then just rock it like that if you wanted to. Because I'm wearing it like this, I'm not worried about them sideburns at all because they're not going to show. What you guys think about this natural hairline? Are you feeling it? I tried to not press out the hair too much because I still wanted it to show some texture, and I feel like it looks, you know, really good for one pass. I really get this straighter, but I just chose not to. Now, if you are feeling this unit, I am gonna make sure to leave a link down below. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, turn those notifications on, share, and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.